Okay, what's the best way to awaken the people who I do respect? And I'm sure there are some people now that are awakening, which is called on the right, the right, the conservative right, Christian right, mega right, however you want to say it, Republican, conservative. So let me go a little bit more into this, okay? Because this country's going off a trajectory, and I'm trying to do my part to help to rein it back in. So let me do it from this format so nobody thinks that somehow I jumped ship and now people say, oh, he's now with the political left or radical. Nothing like that. I've always been upfront. I've always been upfront where I grew up at. I've always been upfront about the times I grew up in. I've always been upfront too about me championing as well what's called classical liberalism, but at the same time, having a strong part was called libertarianism in me. What is libertarianism? It's live and let live. I have my personal beliefs, but if somebody's living their life, they're adults, and they're living their life the way they want to live it. Like back in my day, when I was just a kid, when the whole controversy, when the young people, young men and women would live together, the hippies and all that, and the parents of the previous generation were having an uproar because that was called living together, living as sin and all that because of the Christian culture back then. Back then, a lot of the young people, the hippies, said, well, we don't need a certificate to prove that we love each other. Now, whether you agree with that or not, as adults, that was their prerogative. Whether you agree with it, that was their freedom. Other things, too. People's freedom. Here's what I'm trying to say, okay? You cannot have a strong Christian culture if people don't practice what is preached. And the number one thing is freedom. Christians are not supposed to force other people. You present what you present, but much more important than a preaching is the action with that preaching. If you don't have the action, you don't have the heart, you don't have the compassion, then it's just words. It's just a dead symbol. It's like having a person with good clothes on, but inside is dead men's bones. It smells putrefied because there's not the love that's coming from it. See, I'm saying this because of the recent thing with the Super Bowl once again, and Trump is having an uproar, and I'm saying, are you so blind? Look at what you are doing, what you're responsible for. Okay, so I'm going to get more into this. Thank you, appreciate it.